Hey guys, how's it going? I am the ConflictNerd. Hello and welcome back to City Skylines. Welcome back to Nerdshire, where there have been some pretty big changes, and I'm gonna have to walk you through all of them because I've been toying about with this city for hours off camera to try and get it to work, and this is what I've done. So first things first, I've started clearing out the graveyards. There were two here that are now gone because basically, you set them to empty and the hearses will start taking the bodies, which you'd think were buried, but apparently they dig them up again. Interesting. Basically, they take the bodies to the crematoriums, they cremate the bodies, and then you can delete the graveyard. You have to empty the building before you can delete it. So I've done that with two of the graveyards here and one over here. This one isn't actually full, so I don't need to worry. It will be eventually. I've also started doing that with the landfills as well. There were two down here that I've got rid of, so I've basically set them to empty. This one's nearly done. Once it's empty, I can delete it. What they're doing is taking the garbage from the landfill to the incineration plants, so eventually I'm going to be able to get rid of all of these and move the incineration plants to a much better place. Speaking of incineration plants and industry, you'll notice I've gotten rid of all of the industry from this area and replaced it with offices. That's because offices count as industry and people actually kind of like offices, and I'm also going to pause because I don't want this to run while I'm explaining everything. I've also de-zoned an absolute ton of industry because I was testing to see whether or not that would help people work in the factories that are lacking workers, and whether or not it would help these factories that have nowhere to ship goods. They have even fewer places to ship goods because I got rid of the commercial that was originally along here and replaced it with more offices. And I got to doing some thinking. So the education in this city is pretty good. You can see here, you know, everyone has an elementary education. Most people have a high school education. No one, well, actually, to be fair, some people have a university education as well, which is interesting, but the majority of people do not have a university education. So what does that mean, exactly? Well, I got to doing some thinking, like I said, and I sort of realized that what that probably means is that these people have high school educations. They want good jobs. They don't want to work in a factory, which is why we're having problems. They're too well educated for the jobs that I'm offering. So what I've decided to do, and you might notice, is Myrtle Hills has sort of been cut back, and we now have this new place, which is Pearl Park. Now, Pearl Park has some interesting policies going on here in that we have some stuff just to boost. In fact, I think education boost is in the entire city as well as the Parks and Rec one. But there is tax relief for offices, meaning it encourages offices to come here. On top of that, I've also banned heavy traffic. Now, you'll notice the district does not go along this road, or this road very specifically. That's because heavy traffic may need to go up into the city, and that's also because heavy traffic has to use... Basically, this means heavy traffic can only use this road to get into the industrial zone from this part of the city. I think there's also a heavy traffic ban on this. No, there isn't one in Chester Hills. There should be. But what that's done is meant that this main road through Pearl Park cannot be touched by heavy traffic. So that's tractors and trucks and all of that stuff, meaning that the only way they can go is down into the industrial zone. And that's kind of cool. But what I'm going to be doing here is actually going ahead and removing more of the original industrial zone because I want to expand my, I suppose, business park, which is that Pearl Park down there. So what I'm going to do is just take this right back, and then I'm going to have to de-zone this area completely that I'm sort of cutting out here, and then expand Pearl Park. So that's going to mean that Pearl Park is going to have all of this, and it's all going to be restricted to heavy traffic as well, or it's not going to allow heavy traffic is what I should say. That's a new place that I don't want. That is also a new place that I don't want. Let's get rid of that, and let's actually expand this district a little bit. Now, this is just an assumption. I could have done some reading up on this, and I probably should have, to be honest, but I'm going off of faith that I might be right in this little assumption of mine, that the reason we're having problems is because I'm just simply not offering the jobs that people want. And if that's the case, I'll be very happy because it means I've worked out the problem and I've solved it, and we can finally get things going the way they should be going. if this doesn't work, then we're in a whole bunch of other complicated, you know, scenarios and all that stuff. But we'll deal with that if and when it arises. But what I do want to do is just tidy this district up and make sure it's not in any way on that highway there or this road, because that could seriously cripple everything else. Now, I think I'm okay expanding this up like that, to be honest. But I do want to make sure that there are no restrictions on any roads that, well, don't need restricted. So let's just go ahead and cut this out a little bit. There we go. I don't mind heavy traffic on that road, and I don't mind heavy traffic on this road, but heavy traffic will not be going up into Pearl Park. It's as simple as that. I don't need to worry too much. They can't really do much there anyway. I think that's pretty good. I do think that's pretty good. I'll just expand it a little bit that way and then just tidy it up a bit as well. Just to... No, tidy it up. Nice and easy does it. There we go. Nice and neat. Just tidy this little section up and this little bit too. There we go. I think that's pretty good. I think I'll just tidy this up because it's kind of annoying me, and I'll tidy this up as well because it's kind of annoying me as well. There we go. That's pretty good. Pearl Park is hopefully going to look pretty good. And I've got it zoned in a way that's easy to deal with as well. I can click here and I can just completely de-zone all of that, and that's it sorted really. So just come in here and, you know, remove all of this industry. It also gets rid of pollution, which is nice. I do care about pollution, and if this works, then we can pretty much remove most of the industry because they're not really interested in it. This will put the industrial demand up a little bit, but I'm fairly confident doing this because I can just, you know, get rid of all of these guys, replace it with, you know, offices and stuff like that. So it should do a reasonably good job. I'm not too interested in zoning down there. I will zone down this way though. Yeah, there's offices moving in already, which is fantastic news. So that actually is already impacting massively on the industrial demand, which is fantastic news. So let's just zone all around here and see what that does. Again, that'll eventually clean up the district. That's all I want. I just want to clean up the district and make it look all good. You might notice we've got a lot of money. That's very good. That's absolutely brilliant, actually. This means I don't need to worry too much about things going a little bit tits up. It's actually really interesting that our industrial demand is completely gone. You know, we got rid of all of that industry, traditional industry, and we've replaced it with what's effectively modern industry. And it seems to have worked, which I like. I am going to need to get new bus routes, though. I'm probably going to need to get rid of all my original bus routes and then just put new ones in, because we've changed the city quite a bit. That is really nice to look at, though. I'll give it that. That is really nice to look at. It seems that's gotten rid of the industrial demand, though, which is very good news. Although people don't seem too interested in anything else, even still. I'm not quite sure what's doing that. Still got no idea. Still haven't worked that out. There was a little bit of... I don't know if I showed you this yet. There was quite a bit of residential demand at one point, but it sort of just disappeared again, and we filled this area out. But other than that, I mean, there's not so much going on. What I will do, though, is I was tempted to buy this square. I'm going to buy this one so we can start, you know, finishing off the downtown area. There we go. So we can start expanding up this way and doing some stuff up there if we so desire. This is actually cleaning up really quickly, which is just brilliant to see. What's the land value like up here? Pretty good, actually. I'm kind of surprised at that. I didn't think it would be that good. What I think I'll do is get rid of a couple of buildings. I'm not too keen on getting rid of them, but I'm going to just get rid of a few. Can I maybe get rid of very few of them? I'll get rid of... no, I feel like the best place to put this would probably be next to the other park, to be honest. So we'll do that. And that'll increase the land value in that area quite a bit. There we go. Also interesting to note that my population has dropped quite significantly. I was up at about 30,000 at one point, and now we're down to 27. Not quite sure what's going on there, but I suppose it's one of those things we just have to deal with. What I will and would like to do, though, is just create a little join between those parks there. Just because you can. I only realized you could do that recently. Actually, that's something. I created a pedestrian path over this freeway down here. Because I think it looks kind of cool. I just like that, to be honest. I really do. Also, all these buildings seem to have upgraded massively without me noticing. Which is kind of nice as well. I am definitely liking this. How goes the emptying of that graveyard? Still plenty of people in there. Let's, oh, this is finished. Okay, you can start emptying. And you can get deleted. Alright, alright. That's going very well. What else did I do whilst off camera? Oh yeah, I brought a road down here. Just to take some of the traffic off of that freeway, because originally it was all just piling down here and creating horrible amounts of traffic here. Still not ideal in terms of traffic here. Whoa, what's up? Low land value. You've got low land. You don't have low land value, do you? What the hell do you? You don't have low land value. What the? All right. Okay. Okay. Can I put a giant park in there of some description? Something really expensive. Could do the job, I suppose. Put that there. There you go. You don't have low land value. You live in one of the nicest neighborhoods in the city. So, how the hell you've got low land value, I don't know. Go ahead and put this over here. It's actually boosting the land value around here as well, which is good. Could probably do with a major boost to land value around here, because this is just... To be fair, there's not much I can do. They live on a freeway, more or less. So there's not too much I can do in that area. You guys are actually up... Okay, you are actually upgrading, so it wasn't ideal land value, I suppose. I'll go ahead and put a... I could totally just stick a botanical garden down there, but I don't think I'll bother with that. I've got so many parks. So many parks. Don't I have one down here? Oh, that's one of those monument things. One of the unique buildings. I've got the Statue of Wealth, which is, yeah, don't mind, I suppose. Let's chuck one of these in somewhere. I feel like this could go downtown. Though downtown's value is already pretty good. I don't know if I want this downtown. Maybe. Maybe put it... No, not there. I don't know. I don't know where I want this. I'll put it there. To hell with it. It's a bit noisy, but I mean, look at that. Look at that. It's me. That's what I look like. IRL. Not kidding. Right, this is... I'm still losing people. What the hell? Oh, and industrial demand's growing. Probably because this area is filled in completely. Huh, interesting. What's that say? The Banhammer Bank? Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, that's something that I noticed. Where is it? There's a certain type of little building that if I can find it... I think it might have moved. Oh, no, there it is. So, Myrtle Bio. I think some of the buildings take on the name of the district. No, they don't. Maybe it's just, because that's not Myrtle Hills. Maybe it just... That's just one of the names. Okay. I thought that was just taken on the name of the district or something, but no, it must just be one of the names. Right, you can stop reminding me about the crossroads there. There's nothing I can do about this junction. There's absolutely nothing I can do about this junction. I don't think. At least I can't think of anything because I'd have to get rid of a whole row of bloody buildings. So, industrial demand is once again way up. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I think, is... I think I'm just going to keep dezoning industry, to be honest. Only thing is, it means that Pearl Park has to keep expanding and Myrtle Hills has to bugger off. But I suppose that's kind of the way of the way this is going to work, isn't it? Things will just keep getting better and better in terms of technology and education, and people aren't going to want crappy jobs anymore. So, I guess we'll go ahead and clear all of this out, like that, and just, you know, let that clear out. And while it's clearing out, I mean, I suppose I could go ahead and expand Pearl Park, which is now going to have to, first let's go ahead and clear the avenue, or this main road at least, and then up this way too, because that's going to have to become a main road for the district, and then clear this out a bit, And this is really interesting, though. I'm really curious to see if this actually ends up working and creating the kind of demand I want. Because if it does, I'll be really pleased. If it doesn't, then, well, at least people aren't wanting dirty old industry anymore. And at least I'm getting a city that actually looks a bit like a city. So let's do that. Then let's go in and clean up this avenue, because I can't not have heavy traffic somewhere. At least this is actually guiding the heavy traffic to where it needs to go, which is very nice. There we go. So there's that, just sort of nicely expanded. I'm really happy with this, to be honest. I am really happy with how this is going. You don't have power. That's a park without power. Alright, that can be sorted. Let's go ahead and just zone all of that. And then go ahead and zone all of that. And all of that. And all of that. And not that. There we go. There's a load of... Oh my god, that filled up quickly. That really... That's a bit insane, the way that fills up. Really cool, though. It's really nice that they're wanting this. Like, this is the industry that they want. I'm really pleased with that. The education thing's working out. What I'm going to go ahead and do, I think, is find somewhere for a university, because I do want one. I can put it... Effectively, I think I can put a university, say, for example, there, and it gives me a great coverage of the city. But I think I want to put it there, because that's probably the best coverage. Unless I put it somewhere like there, which is... No, that's actually really bad coverage. That is probably the ideal... No, that's probably the ideal spot for a university. Okay, that'll work. Unless I put it all the way there, because that's more of a main road than that is. I feel like the university should be downtown, though. Not all that many people... Well, it's not so bad. I really don't know. I do sort of feel like... what about there? What about giving it its own campus? What about just its own area? Like, a specific area for the university? Because I think you have to expand them anyway, so... We'll give that a shot. I am going to have to pause, though, because I'm going to be destroying some pylons, and I don't really want to risk having things completely mess up on me. So do that, then around at that, and then just around like this, over like that, then up to meet there. So there we go. This can be the university campus, meaning I'm going to have to go in, and I'm going to have to D-zone this side of the road, and I'm going to have to go ahead and get rid of that. I said get rid of that. And just demolish the buildings while I'm here. And demolish the power pylons, which I don't think I need anymore. I will need those ones. Are we okay? Yeah, we're good. I don't need those ones. I do need those ones. So this is going to be the university campus. Is it any good? Is it in a good spot? Not ideal, actually. It's really not. It sort of just expands into downtown, Chester Hills, and up the smallest part of Uptown. This is still the best spot, which is a bit annoying. Because that's really not where I want to put a university. That's... I mean, how busy is that road? Let me have a quick look. Realistically, how busy is that road? Not extremely, but I imagine it would be extremely busy if I put a university on it. Since a university can hold 4,500 people. So, a road all to itself might be interesting. Did that create traffic lights? That didn't. Oh, for God's sake. That is going to slow that road down a bit, but I think that's going to be necessary, to be honest. Unless I make that a one-way, which I can do. I installed a mod that'll let me do that. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. So, upgrade to, Really? Can't upgrade this type to a one-way road. Really? You're really not going to let me do that? Whatever, I suppose. I suppose it's because that technically doesn't have a type of one-way road. Oh, I really want a place for it. I want to put the university there, but it's just not got good coverage. There is really the best coverage. And 75,000 is a lot of money to waste for something that won't end up working properly. I mean, there's pretty good as well. That's fantastic, that spot. But that road is really busy. I kind of wish I bought this area down here. Like, when can I next buy a A plotted land when I get 38,000. Okay, so not for a while, basically. And then I could buy that and put one down here. I think what I'll do is I'm just going to put it up here. Because, I mean, realistically speaking, we have 3,154 people living in downtown who don't have a university education. We have, actually, oh, bugger. We have quite a few living here that do, so I feel like putting it there is actually a waste since, I mean, there's like 20,000 people living in Uptown. So, I feel like, oh, to hell with it, I'm putting it here. I mean, that's, they can commute, they can make the journey. They can make the bloody journey. There you go, there's a friggin' university. What can I do? You've got no power. Of course, you do! Absolutely do. What the hell are you talking about? Alright, so we've got the university. Alright, I don't think I need... Don't think I need it. Don't think I can do much else with it either. But there we go, that's apparently making people very happy. Some buildings are upgrading. Look at you. What are you doing? You're much, much smaller. What are you? The Underhill residence. Okay, let me just, oh, actually, you know what? No, hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Wait, pause. Let me find... Are you all upgrading as well? I've got no houses left. They're all, like, condos and stuff. Have I got any, like, mansion? There's a house, but it's a bit of a terrible looking one. That'll do. Nah. Why did someone die in the park? How did you manage that? And why am I... Oh, actually. What's up with you? Low land value. Well, then move out, you twat. Okay, let me have a little bit of a look, because apparently we're having some problems. The crematoriums are fine. Not quite sure why are there that many dead people. Our capacity is okay. I mean, realistically speaking, I'll go ahead and I'm going to put another one down. Just because we always seem to have trouble with the deceased. It does look like that problem's clearing up, though, which is nice. So I suppose we'll be okay in that front. How are things going? We have a little bit... Oh, residential demand's climbing. Which is good. Very good. It means I can expand... I can sort of expand Uptown, I suppose. I don't know that I necessarily want to fill Uptown with a load of residential zoning, but if I need to, then I will. Or downtown. I keep calling that... Why do I keep calling... I suppose I keep calling this Uptown, because technically... There you go. There's downtown. The city looks so weird from this angle, doesn't it? No, I don't like it. Look at it that way. Right. How many dead people we got? A lot. All the hearses should be in action at this point. Also, is our graveyard empty? Yes, it is. Goodbye. Alright, you guys... Why? Why would you be upset? Oh, that graveyard that we lived in front of is gone. I'm a bit pissed off at that, to be honest. I quite liked it. It was creepy as fuck. I don't get it. Empty that. There we go. Yeah, we'll collect the deceased eventually. Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, it seems everyone is dead again. I did see a comment, though, which I think might have been completely correct, which was, a good few episodes ago. It was basically, everyone keeps dying about the same time, because all the houses were built around the same time, so therefore all the people moved in about the same time. I think that might be about right. That might be a little bit of a... I don't know if it's necessarily a bug, or if it's kind of just in my design of the city because of the way I do things. Also, you guys don't have water. How did that come about? Wait, cannot upgrade to this... For God's sake, really? Hold on a minute. To do that, I've got a mod installed, which is slightly conflicting with some of the things here. Let's do this to there. Alright. We're sitting pretty good. How's this going? We've got, oh, quite a few students in there. Good. Alright. Little bit of commercial demand there as well, I see. And that industrial demand's coming up as well. Also, this area is nice and clean, which is fantastic. Go ahead and empty you, and we'll delete you. We are going to need to keep some dirty industry. I'm just not quite sure where. Maybe in that corner? And then continue. Yeah, let's give that a shot. Let's just go ahead and put a load of office space down here. Like this. I feel like that could be good. Could just do all of that. Fill in that space. I know it's technically not inside of the area that we've deemed to be our office space just yet, but I'll get that sorted eventually. Not quite sure how to go about parting those zones all too well, though, because this is currently the divide, which works quite nicely. I mean, I suppose I could force well, I can't. You can technically split a district, so I suppose I'm just going to have to do that, because I don't want these to remain divided in different districts and all that stuff. So I'm going to have to just do this, expand in like that, and we'll work this out. I suppose is what I'm going to have to do. I'm going to have to work out what divide will work best for this area. I probably don't want to zone on that road the way I am doing that, or place a district on that road the way I am doing. So let's go ahead and clear down to there. Then we'll clear around this road a little bit. Fix that up because it looks a bit ugly. Easy. Easy does it. And then I don't know that I want to... we'll do this like that, and then we'll bring this around to tidy it up a little bit. Gonna have to bring some off of here as well. Then we'll do this again to tidy it up a little bit. What is this? That's also part of Myrtle Hills. I don't like that. That's gonna need tidied up. Alright, then do this. So the heavy traffic can still go around, it just has to go the long way. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Honestly, I'm fine with that. I'm gonna go ahead and completely de-zone these areas, because this little area down here is going to be completely gotten rid of at some point anyway. So what I'll also do is just remove that section of Myrtle Hills, which is slowly becoming quite redundant at this point. Here we go, we'll do that as well. Alright, so Pearl Park, which is living up to its name because everything's nice and white and clean and shiny, is steadily growing, which is good, and it'll probably continue to steadily grow as industrial demands continue to rise. I do think I want to put a botanical garden in there just to give some serious kick to the land value. So go ahead and do that. That'll give some serious boosts to the happiness in the area too. And we have a little bit of residential demand, which is absolutely slowly growing. I feel like I could fill in this space. Oh, that's problematic. Hold on. Let's fix that problem. Oh, that's a problem that can't really be fixed, isn't it? Yeah, very much so. I'm gonna have to just deal with that for now. That may... I mean, can I upgrade that? I can upgrade that. I suppose that helps a little bit. Can I upgrade here? No. Well, that helps a little bit. It lets traffic sort of fan out a little bit at the end, so we'll leave it like that for now. I'll probably have to fix it at some point. Death is still a major issue, but the population is on the increase. We're seeing lots going on over here, which is fantastic. It's also interesting to see all the heavy traffic going the way I want it to go. Although I don't know if I've got a one-way system in here that's maybe preventing them from doing that. Yeah. That is a... Well, no, I haven't got it zoned on there, do I? No. Okay, so basically anywhere that's... Yeah, all the roads with industrial on it are pretty much okay. That's alright then, that's working quite nicely. What I will do is go ahead and just tidy up this district. And just sort of remove the bits that don't need to be a part of it anymore, which... Basically these roads, just tidy it up, make it look good, because this will probably become... I don't think I want to make this any smaller, basically. I think I'm quite happy with how small that industrial district is. Maybe someday, when I go ahead and expand the whole thing a bit more, you know, expand down this way, I'll... No, probably not, to be honest. I could do some industrial stuff over there, but maybe not. As for downtown, I think I'm just going to go ahead and zone the rest of it. Like this... Oh, hold on a minute. Just this whole area is going to be downtown, I think. Oh, no. For God's sake. I keep doing that. So we'll just do this around here. And I think it can go about as far as that roundabout. Then bring it in and then up. So that's going to be downtown. That whole area is going to be small pockets of residential in a few key places where it's necessary, I suppose. And other than that, it's going to be mainly, I suppose, probably offices more than anything else. But that is going to be our downtown district. That's going to be absolutely huge. It's going to be the biggest district we have. But I'm definitely looking forward to it. I think it's going to look great, is what it's going to look. There are still a lot of dead people sort of floating around the place, so it would be nice to deal with that, but I imagine it'll probably take a little while. Yeah, they've sort of barely touched this neighborhood, which is... Is it just a traffic problem? Yeah, there's a buttload of hearses in traffic there, so I think it might just be a traffic problem, to be honest. Sort of getting out of that neighborhood. I think most of our crematoriums are... Yeah, sort of down this way. There's a couple up that way, but I suppose that'll be dealt with. Anyway, folks, I'm going to leave it there for this episode. I think things are moving along. We do have some industrial demand, which will be offices. We do have some residential demand, which will probably be maybe this space here. And then up here can be offices and small pockets of residential. I think what I'll do in the next episode is, I mean, I could, and I was tempted originally to sort of have a freeway, a highway going around the island a bit. I don't think that's necessary. Maybe. I honestly don't know how I feel about that, because I would probably have to put a roundabout here, and then have it go up and then sort of curve back down here, and be really bloody complicated. So we'll look into that. That's something I will consider. I may do it anyway because I have the money to do it and it will sort of nicely border where I want to put everything, but it is certainly something to consider. Anyway, folks, thank you very much for watching. This has been City Skylines. I've been the Conflict Nerd. I'm looking forward to progressing with the city, so I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.